from apa? Tak lah apa jap.
LAX 2047.
Hi, we are from LAX 2047 from Group 16
From
and this is video 6. Group 16.
So we will introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Razan, 193247.
Hi, I'm Haris, 193768.
Hi, I'm Ayu, 200754.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Daniel, 192340.
My name is Alila, 195951.
Okay, so we have finally made our poem.
Yeah,
Okay,
finally.
so we will be discussing the effectiveness of the poem in addressing the issues. Okay, so the issues that our poem we're talking about actually has two, which is humanity
And
and
use.
you. Okay, so a big part of the poem is done by Adila and as well as Ayu. So we'll start with Adila.
Okay. For my part, I think uh, it used to be right, but now it's convention, right? Nowadays, I think people do carry humanity wrong, and they make the victim feel even victimized, even they are just asking for help. So the effectiveness is when we was with everyone there. We do ask people in the poem, what's up with everyone there? What's up with this mindset? Mm, Even when you are already there, then we still compare. This is the problem when society make the limits and make us to go for it and do not astray. Just go for it, follow the rule, just don't astray. So shut up even if you can't bear it. It means that we are forced to do something that really we should do. So it wasn't my song, okay, it's referring to the society there that they are strictly making boundaries to our youth. Yeah.
Okay, so the second stanza is by Irene. Unfortunately, she's not here. So I will go to the third stanza, which is from Daniel.
Okay, so from my stanza, it means that people, the youth tend to keep, we call it, underestimate what other people are thinking. They think if they just only hiding from the crowd, someone will be miss him. But actually, he need to get someone attention by doing something, not just hiding, but try to overcome the curiosity to be a good one.
Okay, for the fourth stanza, which is we hear him scream, shouting for help. For this stanza, it actually the meaning is straightforward, which I want to say when these depression people start to tell what they are feeling in social media or in any places in any um, time, people will judge and will say, oh, it's not really a depression or something like that. And when they ask for help, like, where do I can get rid of everything like this, everyone just like, we don't know, and just remain silent. They don't even try to help. And but when the screaming, when they start to getting shut down, or sometimes it lead to, as suicide. But then when things happen like that, people will question, why don't they ask for help? But the thing is, they already did, and we are the one who don't know what to do for them. So that is for the fourth stanza.
For the fifth stanza, don't waste your life, find your purpose and strive. Don't throw it all away, live your journey with a doubt. This stanza mean don't waste your life. It mean that you do not live your life on someone purpose, and you need to find your purpose in order to uh, make your life worth it, and find some things that uh, you want to achieve, like your goals and everything, and it make you forget about your problem and depression because you are busy trying to get your goals. And live your journey without doubt, it mean like you should not think about your future and your past. It's not like don't think about your future, it's just like don't really worry about it because it's not happening yet. So you just need to live uh, the current situation that you are in. So that's the mean of fifth stanza.
All right, so for the last stanza, it makes you wonder, never would people care or ponder until the news hits the headlines header, but the kids that have already surrendered. So basically, what the stanza is talking about is how ignorant and how people try to make it. Again, it's like victimizing the victim again, you know. So the last line says, but the kids have already surrendered. Obviously, he talks about suicide, and the news hits the headlines header, and never will people care upon this. So I think it's similar to what Ayush Tanza is talking about. Like people would not care or wonder until it actually comes to a light, you know, in the news, and when that happens, it's already too late. So it's like a wake up call to the reader. Like after all that we've talked about before this, like you should care even before it actually happens. So the next part is we're gonna address whether our poem actually our poem address the issues or not. So we talk about humanity as
Yeah,
well as
basically,
right.
And you
So do we all agree that it actually does have an effect,
so moving and start.
this means what?
which means like
That's the poem effect.
Yeah,
Like really
basically the power
can
related to the nowadays situations
Yes.
about the youth thing that they are.
did you think it can reach to the youth?
I
Right.
think yes.
For me, yes, because our poem is not really like we have some explicit or implicit meaning too much, and it's all really straightforward. So if we post this online, people might understand, or actually people who don't really like poems, they will understand this
Yeah,
poems much,
because
because we have tried our best to deliver it as I'm sorry, as close to their heart as we
yeah,
can.
it's
So
related
yeah.
to what they
uh,
feel every day.
because sometimes there are things that they don't know how to put their words together, and now we are trying our best to tell others what we are trying to say. So, yeah.
okay. So the next time we'll talk about our experience in writing the poem. So I'll start with myself.
Okay.
So my experience with writing the poem is actually quite easy. I say easy is because I can relate to it in a certain extent, as well as I have people around me who are similar in a way, so I see this on a daily basis. Okay. So writing it wasn't that difficult. What was difficult was trying to fit in with the other stanzas to have a flow in it. So yeah, I'd say it wasn't that difficult.
How about others?
Haris?
For me, it's quite easy too because as Razan said, we can relate to it,
Yeah.
and so it's like the hard part. Yeah, for me is like to um choose the right word to put on the poems. It's like we need to find the words that really can
Mm.
express the,
To feel.
the things that we need to say.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I think the hard part. Other than that, it's good experience because we can share what we feel inside, and and we translate it into writing poems. So that's for me. What's for you?
Okay, in my opinion, I feel intermediate, which is it's not really hard, but it's not really easy. Because the first, it's not really hard because it relates, and I always see this thing happening on social media. I'm one of the social media that I'm one of the people who love social media so much. So I always look for news, things that happen, what happened to our youth, because we really need something so we can have a better future. And it's not really easy because my style of poem, I'm not really a rhyming person. So when some of my friends that have a rhyming kind of style, it really makes me wonder, can I fit this into a poem? So some words I do like repetition. So I feel it's a bit bored for my stanza because it's straightforward and it somehow have a bit of repetition. But as long as I can ponder my heart towards this poem, I'm okay with it. So I'm happy with the stanza.
Okay, so for me, I think it is a good opportunity for us to learn about the poem. Basically, I am a person who doesn't know and doesn't read about the poem. But from now on, I feel like the poem is the place for us to call it like to express our feel, our talk about what we feel. Instead, maybe some person they tend to express their feel by doing something bad,
Hmm.
even they miss something. But
Yeah, yeah.
for us, for me, I
Vaping.
can do by writing the poem.
For me, it is too quite hard because when I think of poem, it is about rhyme. So I thought hard to make it as a rhyme. And all the grammars, I think I've broken grammars a lot. So Razan did correct me a lot. So thank you. And I've got a nice time writing the poem.
Okay,
So
the next
Yeah.
part.
So I think that's it for our reflection video.
So I think
Tell
this
me
is
what
the
do you feel about working
working together.
with each other?
Working with each other, right? So I think it's been a blast. I wouldn't choose any other members, and I hope after this,
We can still contact each
we still contact each other. You know, do the same likes again, maybe
other.
a different likes lah, but
Different
in the
life.
same group, maybe we never know. You know, and thank you guys for
For your
what.
time.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Haris.
anything want to say?
Haris.
Any words?
For me, it's a very pleasure to work with you guys,
Wow.
and it's like I'm sorry if I'm scared anyone or doing something bad, but
Yeah.
I think I didn't do something bad.
Yeah.
And yes, I think because of what my character looks like, and some of you like uh, didn't know me yet, but it's okay.
It's
Maybe
okay.
we can still contact each other,
Inshallah.
and I hope in the future we can work together.
Okay.
okay, my experience working with you guys. As for me, I'm the physics student, so this is my first time of LAX, so I don't really know what to do. I'm actually really clueless, and
Apa itu apa?
usually
Mm.
usually in my batch, I'm the one who started things, so it's feel like really good to have someone that guide me, that keep on reminding me. Okay, we got that for this time and that time. It's really good to have our teachers too, who keep on helping us
Yeah,
when
that's
we
true.
start to have a
Miss
broken
Zuri.
grammar and
Yeah.
everything.
Thank you,
So
Miss.
thank you to you guys because being a very sporting person, regardless our age. So that's all for me. I'm glad with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really thankful too. They are all, each one of them are so kind. Yeah, they are all kind. So
Yeah,
thank
they're
you.
all okay.
Okay, so
Bye.
okay, so for me, I hope you guys enjoy this live. I'm sorry if any of us do some mistake. So let's improve ourselves and become a more better person in future with less grammar error.
Inshallah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Thank
that's
you,
all for
Miss.
us.
Thank you,
Thank
Miss.
you, Miss.
Bye. We're
Bye.
gonna miss you.